Kung Fu form for blue belt is Ping Kuen, which means the 8-bridge form. Now in this form, there's an isolation set that kind of starts it off and establishes what those bridges are, what it means by a bridge. And in the terms of martial arts, when they talk of a bridge, it is a way of sending information from one point to another, right? Just like a real bridge. But the way we do that is through contact. We use usually an arm making contact with the opponent's body in some way. They also call this sticking hands, where you attach to your opponent as they're attacking you. The reason for this being that once you get within a certain distance, inside what we call the critical distance, where you are close enough to hit them and they're close enough to hit you, the reality of it is, unless you're Spider-Man or you have some Jedi ability, you're not going to be able to move fast enough to get out of the way. If they don't telegraph and they just throw a punch, if you're close enough to get hit, you're going to get hit, or you need to hit them before they hit you. Because once you're in that range, whoever moves first is going to land that punch if they don't do any telegraphing. So once we're inside that critical distance, you need something that's faster than your eyes. Because your eyes can't distinguish what your opponent's doing fast enough for you to then interpret that and then send a response to whatever part of your body needs to respond in order to move or to block or parry or whatever needs to be done. But if you can feel what they're doing, then you can feel their impulse to attack, or you can feel as they attack and start responding before you even realize they've initiated that attack. The body, when it tenses up, anywhere it tenses up, if you're have some form of bridge, some form of contact with your arm onto them, then most of the time you can feel that tension here. And when you're trying to stay completely covered and not leave any holes open for them to be able to attack, the reality is we only have 2 arms. You're always exposed somewhere. So we do our best to cover the area that is most likely to get attacked at that moment. But if you've got a bridge established, you can kind of feel where your holes are also. You can feel where their holes in the defense are, in their defense, and you can feel the holes in your own defense. So the idea is you can feel as they start to try and attack one of those holes in your defense, and you can fill it in some way with some block or movement out of the way, whatever you need to do. So this is an idea that's common in Kung Fu. It's how they spar often. They'll get inside that critical distance, and the match begins with the back of their wrists touching there. They call that the sticking hands. And they'll flow right from there into the attack. So this form establishes 4, we're going to do 1 on each side, and that's how we get 8. And it's 8 bridges, and they call it the 8-bridge form. So it starts just like our other Kung Fu forms. We start in cat stance. We're doing our salutation, scholar and warrior salutation, right? And the hands come back to ready, feet come back to ready, hands come back to your side. And it's going to start with the left hand first. Left hand's going to come in with what we call an open hand slap block. So as they attack, boom, you're knocking it out of the way with your open palm. Or in Chinese, it's called pak sao, that they use in Wing Chun quite often. So we do it with the left, that's 1. We'll repeat it with the right. All right, pak sao. And then from there, we're going to do a push down. You've seen us use that type of motion before, or a smothering idea. And then I do a push down with the right hand. That's the second bridge. Third bridge is the high block. Do it with the left, then we do it with the right, and then the last bridge is the vertical outward block, or what they call the tan sao arm. And we do it with the left, then with the right. So that's the isolation set there that starts off Ping Kuen. We start in salutation, come back, and it goes in, down, down, up, out, out. Now, as we get into the form itself, the form is also going to be broken down into 4 sections. And each of these 4 sections kind of isolates one of those bridges as we move through it. And it'll go in the same order that isolation set just went in. So our first section is going to be this pak sao, this inward slap block section. So again, from the top, as we go into the first section here, we go inward, inward, push down, high block, outward block. Then I'm going to advance, and there it is. reach in with the other hand and they've grabbed both wrists now. As soon as I reach in, they felt that and they snagged both wrists. So we disarm by pulling back, both hands sweep back by your wrist, and this will disarm you from a cross when they've got both hands in a cross wrist grab type of fashion. We slip out this way, and then we're going to hit to the diaphragm with what we call the butterfly palm. Both hands together, boom, knock their air out and knock them back. Then we'll step out, and there's this mini section that kind of goes through some of the other bridges. We have our push down, pull up, and as you do this, there's a breathing exercise. So when it starts with the push down, you're breathing out, pull up, and you're breathing in, and then you do that again. Push down, breathe out, pull up, breathe in, come all the way up to high block, and then both arms are going to circle down, and we come to those outward blocks, those tonsils on either side. And then the other side starts, it repeats. Step in, we slap, I reach in and grab both wrists. Sweep back to disarm, butterfly palm, blast to the diaphragm. So it repeats what we just did. Now let's do that just that much. That's not finishing the first section. We're not done with our first section block, but that's about half of it right there. So it starts, come back to ready. We go left, in, left push down, right push down. High block, tonsil, vertical outward block, step forward. We block, reach in, they grab your wrists, butterfly palm. I'm going to step out with the right, both hands, breathe out as I push down, breathe in as you pull up, down again, breathe out, breathe in, come all the way up to high block, and then outward block. Then the other side starts. So you step in, tonsil, they grab the wrist, we sweep back, butterfly palm. Then from here, it goes inward block with the left. I'm going to cross punch, reach under that. So that's inward block followed by a cross punch. Then I'm going to reach under the cross punch, pull the arm back. So if they've grabbed the wrist, this will disarm it with an extended outward. So I had inward, punch, now outward. Extended outward. And then I'm going to follow with what would be a cross, but I'm going to step through punch in this case so that I can then do the other side. It sets up the other side to go. Then I'll go inward with the right, cross punch in chamber, reach underneath, extend it outward, and then cross punch. That's the end of the first section right there for Ping Kuen. So putting all that together, we salute, come back to ready, goes left, left, down, down, up, up, out, out, step forward. Block, reach in, sweep, butterfly palm, step out, breathe down, or breathe out as you push down, breathe in, push down again, pull up to high block, and then circle outward block. Then step to the other side. I sweep, arm sweep, butterfly palm. Then inward block, cross punch, reach under, extended outward block, step through punch. So you can do the other side. Inward block, cross punch, extended outward block, cross punch. And this starts our second section, which is the push down section. From here I'm going to rear cross with the right, both hands push down. I'm going to reach up, grab and hold of the hair with the right, and as I unwind my twist stance, it's an uppercut to the chin. Then for the other side, we rear cross, push down again. I grab, unwind with this uppercut attack. I'm going to reach forward, grabbing the shoulders, pull them back onto the knee into a cat stance. And then from here, I'm going to turn facing 6 o'clock. And when I turn and face 6 o'clock, there's a punch coming in. And as that punch comes in, it's a right hand punch. I use the right hand, and I'm going to grab, using the back of the hand, block the punch, grab the wrist with the right. Left hand hits the elbow. So I'm locking that arm straight as they punch, and I'm going to pull them in the direction of their punch. So they miss their target, and they get jerked in the same direction of their punch. I overextend them. And as you overextend them, as they're getting punched and pulled, and all their weight is coming onto that front foot, on that right foot, as they're getting jerked forward, when they go to step forward with that right foot, I want to stop it. I'm going to block that with an inward side kick. So toes are pointing sideways. I'm using the inside curve of the foot, and we're going to hit right above the ankle as you're pulling them forward, right as they go to step, and it trips that way. We pull that foot just as they go to step, and it sweeps. We plant it down. Then the punch, left hand punch, comes from the other side. I'm going to do the same thing the other way, but I start in the twist stance here. Left hand comes up, I'm grabbing the wrist, right hand's catching the elbow, all at once. I'm pulling towards the back this time, And as I pull them from the front to the back, and all their weight shifts onto their left foot, right when they go to step, boom, we sweep. And that drops them down. So that's not all of section 2, but let's do just that much up to that section, and then we'll go into our butterfly palm section, which is the next part of the push down. So again, from the top, we come back to ready. We go left in, right in, push down, high block, outward block, then advance, right. Put the pox out, reach in, both hands sweep, butterfly palm. I step out, breathe out, breathe in, up to high block, and then circle out. Step to the other side. Reach in and grab the wrist, butterfly palm. Then it's inward block, cross punch, reach under, extended outward block, step through punch, inward block, cross punch, extended outward block, cross punch. Then our push down section starts. Push down, grab with the right, I step back with the right, so when I unwind, left does the uppercut, left side forward. I step back with the left, rear cross, push down, left hand grab, I unwind, uppercut with the right. Reach forward, grab, pull them down by the shoulders onto that knee. You saw that in Kenpo Long Forms as well. And then from here I turn, I'm catching the right hand, pulling it, sweep, and step. Then I come up, catch with the left, pull them by, sweep with the left as I step. Now the next section starts, as I step out, I'm going to butterfly palm with the right foot forward so the right hand's up. This time it's vertical butterfly palm. So that's hitting them between the throat here, in the middle of the body, as much coverage as you can get on this one, and this is knocking them back, whereas that shot to the diaphragm will knock the wind out, also kind of cause them to bend forward. This is one that's designed to, boom, really throw them back here. Big push. So I've done the sweep pull, and then the second sweep pull brought me to here. So I step out with the right hand high, butterfly palm, vertical side. I step up with the left cat stance, and I'm going to high block with the left, inward hand sword with the right. And then from here I do a switch. I step back with the left, then forward with the right, and again it's that butterfly palm strike. Then I'm going to retreat, step back, turn the hands, right? This could be like unwinding. If they go to start to pull your arms away, we block, shift, and then boom, blast them again, left hand high. And then like a high push, I'm going to spread the arms just like we did in Kenpo Long Forms. And again, it's a horizontal butterfly palm strike. And that ends the second section, starts the third section next, which is the high block section. So let's look at all that, and then we'll add the high block section. Each time these sections should get a little bit shorter as well. So, back to the top, I come back, in, down, up, out, step forward, in, sweeps back, butterfly palm, step out, breathe out, pull, breathe in, push, breathe out, come up to high block, outward block, other side, reach in, it sweeps, butterfly palm, then inward block, cross punch, extended outward block, step through punch, inward block, cross punch, come under, extended outward block, cross punch, rear cross, push down section. I grab, unwind, left uppercut, left rear cross, push down, I grab, unwind, right uppercut, reach forward and grab, pull him down, I turn, catching the fist, pulling by and sweeping at the same time, catch with the left hand, pull by and sweep, and step. And when I step out, right hand high. So right foot forward, right hand high, butterfly palm. I step up to cat stance, high block and hand sword, then do a back to front switch. So I almost don't move there at all. I'll step back, left hand high. I step back, horizontal, butterfly palm. Now the high block section starts. I'm going to step high block, turn, that's towards 9 o'clock. I'm going to turn towards 3 and high block. I do one side then the other, then from here downward block, and as I do I pull back to cat stance. Downward block and outward block with the left. So I go high, then down and out, and from this cat stance I'm going to front kick. As I plant down, high block with the front hand, turning to forward bow and cross punch. And then from here I'm going to stair step. I'm going to front cross, still keeping my right side forward, high block with the left, with the back hand, and jab with the front hand. Come back, you can see this is a high block section. High block again, cross punch. And then again, I'm going to front cross. I get low, high block, and jab. There. And as I step out, I'm going to cross hammer fist, pull back to the haymaker punch. So I go hammer fist, circling in like a hooking punch, but a haymaker. I'm going to front kick with the right. As I step back, I haymaker with the left. And I come up. Here's the kick with the left. And as I step back, here's the hammer fist. Hammer fist with the left goes straight back this time. And I do an uppercut with the right. Now the last section, that's all of the third section. The last section is really, really short. So you won't have any trouble with that. So I'm going to do all of that again, review all of what you just saw with section 3, and then show you section 4. Section 4 is pretty simple. So, starts here from our wisdom and action salutation, come back to ready, go left hand in, right hand in, left hand down, right hand down, left up, left out, right out, I advance. Prepare block, reach in, butterfly palm, then breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, high block, outward block, then inward slap block or pak sao, butterfly palm, inward block, cross punch, extended outward block, step through, inward block, cross punch, extended outward block, cross punch, rear cross, push down. With the right, I grab the right, uppercut with the left as you unwind. Rear cross, both hands push down, left grab, right uppercut as you unwind. Reach in and grab, pull back to cat stance, and I turn. Right hand grabs the hand, left hand grabs the elbow, pull and sweep. Then left grabs the hand, right grabs the elbow, pull and sweep. Front cross to the left. I step out, butterfly palm, step up, high block, hand sword. Then do a back to front switch, making sure I'm staying in the frame here. Butterfly palm. I step back, switching sides, butterfly palm, step back again, spread, and now it's horizontal, butterfly palm. That's section 2. Section 3 starts. High block towards 9, turns high block towards 3. The rest goes towards 3 o'clock and then backs up towards 9. So I've changed my angle now, side to side. I'm going to downward block, outward block, front kick, plant, high block, and punch, cross punch. Then cross high block with the twist stance, jab. Then front hand high block, backhand punch, backhand high block, front hand punch. And when you step out, hammer fist, haymaker punch, cat stance. I front kick and step back, and I'm going to haymaker as I unwind. Pull the cat stance, front kick, and I'm in the scimitar position here, just like we do when we finish. Front kick, and when I turn, the hammer fist is back this time, and uppercut to the front. Now the last section. Last section for our vertical outward block. Starts and circles outward, right? I circle one arm, I circle the other. It's like Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. I do that 3 times, right? And when I hit the 3rd time, I'm going to change the direction. I come in, brushing in with it, and I finish on that 3rd circle as I push down with the left, right hand comes up to scimitar, bring it back, and close. And that's the whole form of Ping Kuen. Practice that, and I'll do it one more time just for the sake of tempo. For the tempo of this form comes back and that's Ping Kuen, or the 8 bridge form.